former Chicago Bears Pro Bowler, 9th overall pick of the 2000 draft, 8-time Pro Bowler Brian Urlacher. How are you, Brian?
Doing good, Rich. How you doing, man?
I am doing fine. It's interesting because whenever I see video of that interview that I did with you back in 2003, you being on Bears Cam, remember that back in the day?
In the booth. It was so hot in that little room they put us in for those interviews. Horrible.
There was small.
I remember it.
Yes. And a small little camera that you had to look at, right?
Yes.
Right. Now I took a look at that interview, and it's interesting because in 2003, I had a full head of hair, and you didn't. And
I
now,
did not, yeah.
Here we are talking in 2016. I don't. You do.
I got a mop. Yeah, I got a lot of hair going right now, man. This procedure is it's crazy how much hair and how fast my hair has grown since I got it done. It's nuts.
Now you're saying it's growing? Your hair's growing? Is that what's happening?
It's hair. Yeah. You know, I don't know if you know the procedure, but what they do is they take the hair from the back of your head where we all have, our hair grows pretty thick.
Yes.
They take one hair at a time from the back of my head, and they put it in the front where I had the divots, the landing strips, whatever you want to call them.
Yes.
In the front, and they put one hair at a time in those spots, and it filled in. It's growing like crazy.
Oh, my gosh. And so how long did this procedure take, Brian?
The procedure took a day. I got there about 8:30 in the morning. I was out there by 4:30, whatever. About 8 hours I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty simple, man. You're awake the whole time. I watch movies. I texting, talk on the phone, eating. Very simple procedure. They numb your head, obviously, because they're taking hair out of your head and putting them in the front. So
right.
They numb you. But the worst thing was the healing process where my head was itchy a few days after, just because, you start healing, your skin starts to itch.
Yeah. So why, Brian? Why leave those of us?
That's a good question.
Why leave us, Brian?
I never knew having hair was an option for me, honestly, because I was cool. I was great being bald. Honestly, I love being bald. I had a good shaped head. It was convenient when I played, that's for sure. Showers were quick. But I had a buddy go see the Restore Clinic up here in Chicago where I got it done. And so he was still trying to hold on to his hair. I was bald and I was shaving. He didn't shave his head.
Yes.
You know the guys that are bald but don't want to be bald?
Mm.
They combs it different ways and stuff like that. So he went and got it done, and it looked really good. So I was like, dude, I'm going to try it. So I did it. And there's no scars. So if I didn't like the way my hair looked, I could still shave my head. I could still go back to being bald, whatever, but with a full head of hair. So if I didn't like the way the hair looked when it came in, I could still shave it.
Mm-hmm.
But no reason to now. I'm going to keep it.
So I'm on the phone with Brian Urlacher. This is fascinating conversation to me because I know, like you said, you had this conversation with Dan. He's got a full head of hair. He doesn't understand.
Yeah,
he doesn't know. He has no idea. Yeah. I know. Okay, Brian, I know. I understand. I understand. But I don't know. I mean, if I tried something like this,
yeah,
and I showed up just out of nowhere, I'm no longer me, Brian. That's my, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like I'm no longer me. Can you help me with that process, Brian?
You're no longer you. What do you mean? You got hair now. I mean, okay. Let me give you this story.
Yeah.
So I'm driving through a Chick-fil-A one day. I'm sitting in my car, picking up my food, my nuggets, my chicken sandwich, my sweet tea, and the girl in the front, she's probably 20. I wasn't wearing a hat that day. She goes, "Man, you look like Brian Urlacher, but a lot younger."
Oh.
Man, there you go.
So, but I'm married with 3 kids, though, Brian.
Well, I'm engaged. I have 3 kids.
Okay.
So I'm not trying to get chicks, but anytime someone tells you look younger, it makes you feel good.
Oh,
I get that. Even guys are like, "Dang, you look a lot younger." I don't know if they're lying to me or not, but I've been made fun of a whole bunch the last couple of days by my former teammates too. So it's been a fun couple of days.
Well, Glazer let you have it both barrels on Twitter,
what a
Brian.
jerk that guy is, right? He's just mad because he can't grow hair at all.
Well, I mean, he's just gone the whole shave-off route. We have my colleague here on the Rich Eisen show set, Chris Brockman, is completely bald. He does what you used to do, and he's upset with you, Brian. He's upset with you.
There's a lot of bald guys there, and I did an interview yesterday with a bald guy at a station. He was not happy with me. I get it, man. I needed to change. It was time for me to do something different.
Brockman, you want to just
You were a pillar of the bald community. It was you and Bruce Willis and Michael Chiklis. And
Bruce Willis.
I got to say, I mean, I'm here to accept your bald brotherhood card because you need to turn it in. It's over. When we walked down the street, I would have given you the nod. You know the nod. Now I'm just walking straight past you, Brian. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
You let us down.
You're not going to walk, Brian. First of all, you wouldn't recognize me now anyway. So
and that's what I'm saying.
No,
you were a proud bald man for so long.
I know. Well, I was bald. You know, I didn't have hair in high school. Yeah, you're right. I've been bald forever. I mean, I can't help it. But now, it was time for a change for me.
And Chris Law wants to ask you. My other Chris wants to ask you a question. I refuse to. Chris, go ahead and ask the question.
Well,
I just can't do it.
Multi-level question, but one, the first time you kind of took the shower with the hair, how did that feel? Having the water kind of run through the follicles.
Yeah, I'm still not used to it. It's different, man. Because I get in the shower, I get the loofah, put the soap on the loofah, and wash my whole body, including my head, and get out in about 35 seconds. Now the showers take 4 or 5 minutes, bro. I got to put shampoo on the head, wash it out, put conditioner in, then do the loofah, and then wash the conditioner out. Then I can get out.
So have you settled on a brand of shampoo and conditioner yet? Because
I've been using Pantene so far. My girl said that's good for me.
Okay.
It's not too expensive because my hair, I'm not like a girl. I have super long hair, and it makes my hair feel soft. And it smells good.
And then just one other one before you did the process.
Follow up on a follow-up on a follow-up. Mike, you have hair. What do you care?
Did you put a rug on before the process to see what you would look like with hair? To see if you wanted to do this?
I just took a shot because, like I said, if I didn't like it, I could still shave my head. There was no scar in the back of my head. There's no scars anywhere on my head. You'd never know I had the procedure unless I told you. And obviously you saw me with hair. So I took a shot, and knowing that I could still shave my head if I didn't like it.
I love it.
I'm out, Rich. I'm done.
Okay. So you do.
So my hairline that I have is, the doctor has to do that. He has to be an artist and give you the hairline they think is going to look best for you.
Okay.
Because I had no hair right there, so he had to fix the hairline.
Okay. And so did you look at pictures beforehand and say, I want that one, I don't want this one, this is what I want, Brian? Did you do that?
Nope. I said, go ahead, and you've done. He's done over 10, 12,000 of these things. I said, I trust you. Do a good job. And he did a good job.
I'd be nervous that the guy would have a sense of humor, and I'd wind up like Kid and Play.
Yeah. Hey man, this dude who did mine is pretty solid. He's done quite a show.
Okay, Brian Urlacher here on the Rich Eisen Show. While I have you, I want to ask you a serious question. Lovie Smith got fired last night. What did you think of that news?
Such bull, man. I don't get it. I thought they had a good year this year compared to where they were last year. He had a rookie quarterback. I thought they were going to be terrible, like 1-15, 2-14. I felt bad for him because you got a rookie quarterback. I don't get it, man. There must be something wrong behind the scenes there, or I just don't. Because now they're going to promote the OC to head coach allegedly, or something like that. That's the verbiage I've been hearing or whatever.
Yep.
I was shocked. I could not believe it. I thought they made a lot of progress this year.
What sort of coach is Lovie Smith, Brian?
The greatest coach. I mean, his players love playing for him. I did. He demands respect from you. He just doesn't. He goes, in my opinion, he goes about it the right way. I never heard him say a cuss word. He's like your dad, but at the same time, you do not want to disappoint that man. You want to do everything you can to make him think that you're doing to the utmost of your abilities. He just demanded that out of every player.
And what do you think of the current state of the Chicago Bears?
I'm also excited about the Bears right now. I know 6-10, not great, but they have a ton of money to spend in free agency. If they get, they got to get Alshon back. I think Kevin White will be healthy next year. Hopefully Matt comes back, Forte. They got some money they can spend on the defensive free agent market there if they need to. Get some D linemen, maybe a couple safeties. But Jay took care of the ball this year. I mean, if you look at his number, I haven't looked at his numbers, but I feel like he threw less picks, and then the turnover numbers were down for him, which is what he needed to do, and he got it accomplished.
I don't know if Forte's coming back though. I
know
he took every item out of his locker except one, a jersey number 22 with the name of Workhorse instead of Forte. He left that in his locker, Brian.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yes, that's the only item he left there.
I did the same thing when they fired Lovie. I cleaned my locker. I was like, I'm leaving this place. I'm never coming back. And I didn't go back, so I was right to do that. But, Matt's – I don't see how they can let Matt go, honestly. He's 30, but he hasn't taken the hits, and his production has not gone down one bit. They got a good backup with Langford now, actually two guys, Kadeem Carey and Langford, who could take some carries from Matt and keep him healthy. I just think I mean, he's not going to be crazy expensive, I wouldn't think. I think the Bears still take a run him. I hope they do at least.
Brian Urlacher joining me here. Before I let you go, when you did retire, did your phone ring afterwards to see if, from a team, to see if you wanted to keep playing at all?
No, not the people. People made it seem like there was tons of options for me. There wasn't that many options, honestly. There was a few conversations going on around May or June, but by that time I already made my mind up that I was ready to shut it down. So it wasn't as crazy as everyone made it out to seem.
Well, listen, man, it's been fun talking to you. You sound younger, Brian. You sound younger.
Thank you.
You know?
I feel younger. You know, the further away I get from football, the more younger I feel. The more my body heals up.
Now, are you going to go full like Clay Matthews? Just let it grow? If this stuff is growing.
No, I'm not going to do the let it grow move. I'm going to. So, man, I've been looking at. It's crazy now. I'm looking at guys' hairstyles. I'm like, man, that guy's got some nice hair. You know, that guy's handsome. Look at his hair. But I don't know what I got some options with hair. I like JJ Redick's hair. I think it looks cool.
Okay, I see. And so have you had your first haircut yet?
Oh, I've had tons of haircuts. Yeah, my hair goes fast as hell.
Mine does too.
It's always grown fast, just not in the right places. But now it grows fast everywhere.
Okay, so to wrap up, Brian Urlacher, yes. You feel younger, you look younger. You now have a process of shampoo, rinse, condition, loofah, rinse.
Loofah, and then rinse the loofah off, which is soap, and then rinse the conditioner out, and then bang, I can finally get out of the shower, and then I got to comb my hair.
Never thought I'd ask you that question, Brian, but I guess...
Never thought you would either, but, you know...
It is what it is.
It's here now. Times are changing.
Congratulations, Brian.
Thanks, Rich. Good talking to you, man.
Same to you.
Take care.
That's Brian Urlacher.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.